Most people do not achieve greatness in their career.
Oh shit, my boy Patrick CC. My boy Patrick CC. Let's make sure we got a nice little thumbnail for the boy. You know what I'm saying? Or for the segment where we breaking out with this nigga breaking out, right? Patrick CC over here, right? So he talking about how this coach became a joke. Right? So from coach to a joke. Classic tale of from victory to history. I don't know. That was kind of corny, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Career like Bill Belichick. One entirely undefeated regular season, 11 straight divisional titles, 333 total wins, most playoff wins in NFL history, most Super Bowl appearances in coaching history, and tied for the most Super Bowl wins in NFL history. For 2 decades, he built a dynasty out of unwavering discipline and focus. He demanded excellence, shunned distractions, and treated emotion like a weakness. But not anymore. Now, at 73 years old, the architect of the Patriots empire can no longer control his shallow desires, and it has resulted in him becoming a laughingstock of the entire sport of professional football. A new relationship with a woman 50 years younger than him has turned the NFL's most feared mind into a
what the fuck?
And it's not even necessarily because she is so young, but rather because she is taking over his business affairs, making business
obviously
decisions for him, barking orders on his field, and even deciding what questions he can and cannot answer in interviews. Who would have guessed that Bill Belichick's toughest opponent wouldn't be a quarterback, but his own desires for a 20-something-year-old cheerleader?
But coach, you used to talk about
his own bitch, man.
When we sucked. But now I know why you were so obsessed with Foxborough High School. You were scouting your new girlfriend.
They met at a daddy-daughter dance. What? I mean, no. They met on the swing set.
Sir, this order will make it socially acceptable for a man in his 70s to date a 24-year-old.
They met at the kindergarten swing set. That's funny.
That's right. We're calling it the Belichick Law. We're gonna make girlfriends young again, okay?
This all started when he impulsively ended 3 decades of marriage with his wife, Debbie Clark, for a fleeting affair. For almost 30 years, Bill and Debbie had the picture-perfect marriage. Clark really stood by Belichick's side for most of his coaching career as the couple traveled from place to place to fulfill his lifelong dream of becoming an NFL head coach. During that period, Belichick helped craft dominant defenses that contributed to the New York Giants Super Bowl victories in the 1986 and 1990 seasons, eventually redefining his legacy with the New England Patriots. One could say that Belichick and Clark were the definition of a power couple. Debbie completed her higher education at Wesleyan University, but chose to sacrifice her career to support Belichick's goals and take care of their children. However, in 2006, Belichick and Clark abruptly ended their marriage. While the couple didn't publicly discuss the breakdown of their marriage, rumors spread that Bill had an alleged affair with a woman named Sharon Shinoka, who was revealed to be a receptionist for the New York Giants. And when it was discovered that Belichick had been allegedly sending money to Shinoka during her own divorce, rekindling his relationship with Debbie was out of the question. However, while Belichick's home life was falling apart, his career was reaching new heights. Under his leadership, the Patriots won numerous Super Bowl titles, cementing their place as one—
Damn, what a dichotomy, right? Your career, nigga, you soaring, but your family life going down the drain. Man, honorable mention to my boy DDG, man. It's crazy trying to balance these things out sometimes. Korean family, they always the tricky, you know what I'm saying? They always be tricky, man, and they just leave you in shambles sometimes, bro, but you know what I'm saying?
One of the greatest teams of all time. His partnership with quarterback Tom Brady became one of the most iconic coach-player duos in sports history. There was a 10-year stretch where it felt like the Patriots owned the Lombardi Trophy, except for those 2 times that Eli Manning and the Giants just absolutely destroyed them. Tom viewed Bill as a stoic leader. When things were extremely stressful, Belichick had always seemed to be in complete control. Our coach, we know his style. You guys know his style. He's never too up. He's never too down. He never really lets anything anything get in the way of what we're trying to accomplish. And during this dominant run, it looked like everything in Bill Belichick's life was turning around. He chose to not get remarried, but he did settle down with a longtime girlfriend, Linda Holliday, a headstrong businesswoman who brought him to charity events and frequently spent time with his children. The two stayed together for nearly the entirety of Bill's legendary dominance with the Patriots from 2007 to 2023. However, towards the end of Bill's career, we learned that his loyalty and discipline would be challenged when he met a young cheerleader in her third year of college, who was 4 decades younger than his current girlfriend. In February of 2021, Belichick boarded a flight from the Boston area to Florida when he was sat beside a 20-year-old cheerleader who was attending Bridgewater State University. Her name, Jordan Hudson. In an attempt to spark a conversation, Belichick inquired about some schoolwork Hudson had been working on, and they hit it off. It was the kind of conversation a grandfather would have with his granddaughter.
What? He was asking for some, like, help with her school, with her homework?
The pair to flight from the Boston area to Florida when he was sat beside a 20-year-old cheerleader who was attending Bridgewater State University. Her name, Jordan Hudson. In an attempt to spark a conversation, Belichick inquired about some schoolwork Hudson had been working on, and they hit it off. It was the kind of conversation a
schoolwork? What the fuck? You approach somebody like in the icebreaker, the best icebreaker you could think of is like asking her some schoolwork?
Grandfather would have with his granddaughter. The pair bonded over Hudson's deductive logic textbook.
That was mad weird.
Before Belichick autographed the inside cover, writing, "Thanks for giving me a course on logic." Having met one of the most famous figures in sports, Jordan took a selfie with Bill, who can be seen.
What the fuck? Nah, this right here is clearly. This right here. No, wait. This right here must clearly be the official confirmation that, dude, your money is the only valuable thing about you at a certain point. Facts! Facts! Your money is the only valuable thing about. Look at this fucking old nigga! Neighbor! What the fuck is attractive about this guy physically? Well, the fact that he's a famous, you know what I'm saying, coach and blah 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 and da da da. So obviously you know what you about to go receive when you hit that. Come on, girl, come on, bruh. Ancient ass. Old soul. Bitch, I probably built them pyramids. You know what I'm saying? Nah, shout out K-Dot. But nah, this right here. Your money is your only valuable thing, my man. If you're a guy, please understand that at least.
Seen grinning from ear to ear. Despite encountering millions of fans at this point in his career, this interaction stood out to Bill. It piqued his interest enough that the two exchanged contact information and, quote, remained friendly following the flight. Belichick initially held off pursuing Hudson, but eventually succumbed to temptation. The pair were captured walking through the French Quarter in New Orleans in January of 2023. It almost felt like Belichick forgot about his high-profile status as the two were spotted again in the city on a dinner date in September. That same month, People announced that Bill and his longtime partner Linda separated after 16 years together. An insider shared that the, quote, relationship ran its course and the couple had been pretty separate for a while. Unfortunately, Linda was ingrained in various aspects of Belichick's life, including being the president of the Bill Belichick Foundation, making their breakup more complicated. They have issues to clear up that come from a long relationship as well as her role in his professional life. Shortly after, the head coach.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Let me share like something really deep. I feel like if you choose marriage, my nigga, this is what you sign up for. You should know about this. But then again, we do not know how this guy felt. We don't know how Buddy feels about what he's going through. He may see it as something to just go through because, as the insider shared, this relationship has ran its course, right? Things like that. He may have been pretty accepting of it, right? But at the same time, from the outside looking in, we know that when you do pick marriage, we don't know as well. Patrick probably gonna reveal if, like, what kind of marriage they were. You know what I'm saying? if they signed them little contracts where you take half of the whatever, or everything is just merged, or whatever the case, right? It's like if tragedy follows after whatever y'all agreed upon divorce, you chose that shit, right? And I feel like this guy was ancient enough to know what the fuck he's getting himself into, type shit. It wasn't his first time dealing with a woman long term, right? So at this point, it's not no surprise. It's not nothing to even point out the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you made your wife the president of this, that, the third. How are things gonna look like when y'all guys divorce? Right? Like, what the fuck is gonna happen? How are things gonna move? Is this shit gonna be awkward? Blah, blah. He probably pre-calculated all that and was cool with that, of which I don't see it as a problem, really.
Coach of the Patriots announced his retirement after the 23-24 season. Bill said, "We had a vision of building a winner, building a championship football team here, and that's exceeded my wildest dreams and expectations. The amount of success we were able to achieve together through a lot of hard work and contributions of so many people." He ended his 24 seasons with the team and over 45 years in the NFL. Following his retirement, Belichick and Jordan soft-launched their relationship as he was spotted at Hudson's cheerleading competition. He was also seen with her on a work trip to Croatia. Soon, everybody knew about his relationship with a significantly younger woman. During Netflix's The Roast of Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski took a jab at his old head coach's newfound preference for younger women.
But coach, you used to talk about Foxborough High School when we sucked. But now I know why you're so obsessed with Foxborough High.
So shit, I just realized I was muted. So yeah, what I was pointing out is the fact that this new girl right here, the one with the significantly big age gap, must be the one that came after the marriage, after the divorce, right after the marriage ended. Oh shit, okay, Linton 10, shout out for the follow. That's the newest follow, so shout out to that. Even though you're not in the chat, zooming, because ain't nobody in this bitch. Cobweb. Yeah, cobwebs, look at all that. I gotta clean that up. Anyway, continue please, sir. You can go ahead.
High school. You were scouting your new girlfriend.
Even his, oh my god, even his players spotted his shenanigans.
In June, Hudson shamelessly attended Tom Brady's Patriots Hall of Fame induction ceremony alongside Bill. That same month, TMZ confirmed their relationship, detailing how Hudson quietly supported Belichick at his games at Gillette Stadium throughout the 22, 23, and 24 seasons. This revelation painted a different picture of Belichick's character. While Linda and his kids sat in the suite watching the man they loved lead his team to victory, another woman was in the crowd doing the same thing. After TMZ reported the couple's
She's kind of cute.
origin story about how they bonded over the deductive logic textbook, the book's author and Harvard professor Warren Goldfrapp told TMZ that he stoked his work played a role in their love story, joking, "I'm delighted to see that logic, so often derided as a dry subject, has finally been recognized for its romantic potential." But most people don't really see the positives of this relationship. The 49-year age gap is often referred to as gross, questioning what a 70-year-old man could possibly have in common with a woman in her early 20s. The women of The View roasted Belichick and Hudson's relationship repeatedly.
But at a certain point, bro, let me just like fucking point this out already. Anybody beyond the age of 18 is an adult, bro. They can be in a relationship with whoever they want. Okay, depending on where they are in the world, blah blah blah. There's that argument, right? Some places, I don't know. Is there a place that considers people adults when they're 21? I think all places you're an adult by the age of 20. I wouldn't know this. Let me just quickly research this, because fuck it, bro. I'm not just going to be here like assuming shit. We deal with facts. Does every place in the world, does every place in the world Does every place in the world consider an individual an adult by age 21? No, not every place in the world considers 18 the age of majority. While it's the most common age, some countries have different ages, such as 19 or 20. And in some regions of the US, it can be 19 or 21, according to OECD. What the fuck is that? Oh god, the fuck? Hell nah. Legal age threshold regarding. Okay, this is the legal age threshold regarding the transmission. What? The transition from child to adulthood. I'm not reading all of that. Age of majority, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. So it's not. The point is, it's not everywhere in the world where you're considered an adult when you're 18. Okay, so let's say 21. Right? 21. You know what I'm saying? Let me reiterate. You are not, well, you can consider dating anybody consensually, or being sexually involved, dating, blah blah. Anybody from the age of 21. So as long as you're 21, what was the age of that?
Poking close, questioning what a 70-year-old man could possibly have in common with a woman in her early 20s.
Early 20s. You're not specifying anything there, buddy. You're just saying early 20s. Early 20s, and I did say, well, even AI, even this AI bitch right here. Okay, I don't know if it's a bitch or a nigga. But even AI thingy right here, right? Right? It's like, wait, let me go to, what tab is this? Okay, that's X. Okay, my bad. No. So, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to 19 in certain blah blah. 20 in Korea, blah blah. 19 in New Zealand, 20 the US, in some parts of the US, 19 in Alabama, blah blah, 21. So nothing beyond 21, really, right? Nothing older than 21. So early 20s can be from 21. She may have been 20. Chat, she may have been 20, of which is like, okay, that's a red flag, right?
The women of The View roasted Belichick and Hudson's relationship, repeatedly poking fun at their enormous age gap.
This girl is hearing wedding bells, but the question is, can he hear them?
Damn, I thought this was a man's voice.
She's 24 and he's 72.
Yes. Well, when they asked her, how old are you? She said, this many.
What the fuck? Is it cigarettes that made her voice like that? That's scary.
Sonny Hostin speculated that the people would not care as much if the genders were reversed, which is debatable. Demi Moore received negative media coverage when the 40-year-old started dating 25-year-old Ashton Kutcher. However, nothing was said when Jennifer Lopez...
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's something that needs to be pointed out. These niggas is adults from, you know, the age of 21. It's like, shut the fuck up and mind your own business at that point.
Who was 41, began dating 24-year-old backup dancer Casper Smart. Madonna, who was aged 61, dated her backup dancer who was 25, a 36-year age gap. But host Joy Behar was not interested in discussing a double standard. She wanted everyone to look at this relationship honestly.
The guy is 48. By the time she's 48, he'll be in an urn on a mantle.
And rich. She'll be
rich. And she'll be rich. All right, then let's not be romantic about it, and let's talk the truth.
But maybe
here.
it is
It's about the cash.
Well, we don't
Come
know
on.
that.
And in an odd twist of fate, one person did come to Belichick and Hudson's defense. Jordan's 64-year-old ex-boyfriend and businessman Joshua L. Zuckerman. He said he met Hudson several years ago after bonding over psychology, philosophy, and nature, and then they became romantic. Which is interesting when you think about it because...
What? And this guy looks so old too, bro. So this woman...
And in an odd twist of fate, one person did come to Belichick and Hudson's defense. Jordan's 64-year-old ex-boyfriend and businessman.
This nigga was this nigga even older? The other guy was like 70-something years old, right? Yo, okay, this nigga was mad young. But like...
Joshua L. Zuckerman. He said he met Hudson.
This lady right here is the common denominator. She's just into old niggas. I mean, crackers. TOS, no TOS. She's into just old neighbors. She's into old neighbors. She just wants some old meat. Some stale ass meat.
Several
What's wrong with that?
years ago, after bonding over psychology, philosophy, and nature, and then they became romantic. Which is interesting when you think about it, because she met Bill when she was 20. So if Josh Zuckerman met her several years ago, how old would that make her exactly? Anyways, the two dated for a while, only ending their relationship shortly before Hudson began dating Belichick. Zuckerman says he's still friendly with Hudson, telling TMZ he has been appalled by some of the negative things that have been said about his ex online. I've been getting calls left and right from news stations about my relationship with Jordan Hudson. I've been involved with Jordan platonically and romantically, and I consider her a good friend. I feel bad that she's caught up in this whirlwind. I'm a former business owner in the healthcare field. We regularly discuss business and shared interest in psychology, philosophy, and most importantly, our love of nature. Zuckerman's comments about Hudson don't necessarily describe a gold digger who takes advantage of older men. If anything, his reflection on their time together sound a lot like her relationship with Belichick. Maybe Hudson just finds herself connecting better with men with more life experience.
That's what I'm saying. Ancient ass mofos. You know what I'm saying? Shit. What the fuck is this on my finger, dog? I'm saying. I got some bullshit on my finger, chat. I don't know if y'all gonna see it. Look at this. Look at that. Y'all can see that? That's fucked up, bro. So don't mind me, y'all. I'm trying to remove this bitch right here. It's a callus. Remember we learned about that word today?
And again, other relationships that are similar in nature to this typically see the younger women using intimacy and loyalty as leverage, and using that leverage to get the older and richer man to invest large amounts of money into their lifestyle, education, or career. And it seems like that might be what Jordan Hudson is doing, starting with Bill helping her grow her personal brand. The 72-year-old randomly decided to join Instagram, announcing his decision on the Pat McAfee
Oh, because she influenced her to join she influenced him to join Instagram?
show. His account gained over 85,000 followers in a few hours and currently sits at 457,000. When he made the announcement, he referred to the app as InstaFace, likely confusing Instagram with Facebook.
You know, Pat, I can't really believe I'm doing this, but I've joined InstaFace.
Nah. This nigga said it with some chest too. He said it with a whole lot of courage and confidence. Look, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's easier to take advantage of like old ass niggas. It's easy to take advantage of old people, bro. Old people, you know what I'm saying, they don't got time to be like tapped into like today's type shit. Yo, I think I got it, chat. You know what I'm saying? So old people don't like, you know what I'm saying, they're not tapped into like what happens today. So obviously the shortcuts and things like you know, cracks and holes and gaps in any sort of system, they wouldn't be able to like recognize those because they don't got time. They're not tapped in. Bro, look at this, bro. My bad, I'm gonna carry on with this. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look at that, bro. God damn. Damn near stab a motherfucker with it. Stab you with this bitch. Nah, anyway, I just feel like, bro, it's easy to take advantage of like old people, especially when they're rich, powerful, and things like that. You can literally, use the power that they have, the influence that they have to just like, you know what I'm saying, have your own intention manifested, have your own agendas like attended to, especially when you know you got this nigga in your corner. It's mad easier to do that. I feel like that's the is this them?
According to Social Blade, her page had less than 3,000 followers, but mainly features himself. Hudson posts pictures and videos of the couple together, including one where the couple are doing yoga on the beach. According to Social Blade, her page had...
Yeah, nah. She's just there knowing that, you know what I'm saying, she's a fast one. Feel me? She's probably a fast one for these old niggas. For like these old people. So She's just probably like the type. She was raised by probably her grandparents or some shit like that, and you know she's like got into a place where she can like have her way around old people because of the slowness that comes with old age. And I feel like that's it. That's all, bro. It's nothing more to, you know what I'm saying, break down. But if there's any other details that, you know, you guys are like spotting from this debacle right here, I don't know what the fuck to call it, bro. Like, this is some like random shit. I don't know. It's pretty random. It's really random. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the comments are saying. Bill wants a youthful, energetic woman at as his GF. He wrote and his GF. I think it's meant to be as his GF. Oh, no. Bill wants a youthful, energetic woman and his GF wants money, so there's that. It's a tale as old as time. Really, bro? Like, this shit is so regular. Bro is just dating an escort and is letting her run his life. Look, bro, it's either the fact that, look, it's a gooner, a grifter, an advantage taker, a chance taker that's seeing an old nigga. Fuck, this shit hurts, man. Look how it's chilling now, Chad. Fuck, look at this. Dog, it doesn't want to go nowhere, bro. It's not going nowhere, nigga. Chat, it's not going nowhere. Bro, I feel like I might make myself bleed, bro. Got it. I got it. Ah, is that TOS? Wait, is that violence on screen? Not violence, but is that like, you know what I'm saying? I just hurt myself. No, I didn't. It's not painful, bro. Like, it's a dry ass callus. Check that. It's dry as fuck. Check that. Don't fail me now, camera nigga. And me. Don't fail me, buddy. I don't know if y'all gonna see that. Now it's just a white spot on the thing. But yeah, it's either just a chance taker that just saw an advantage where, well, saw an opportunity, my bad. Saw an opportunity to just, like, you know what I'm saying, just capitalize, bro. Because this nigga may be, you know what I'm saying, old, slow, and may not be seeing things the way I'm seeing it. And therefore, I may just take opportunities, you know what I'm saying, where I could capitalize. This comment says here, she's got a playbook. She's got a playbook. Yeah, well, I feel like that just addresses the fact that she's so young. Journalist, coach, can you explain the age gap in your current relationship? Coach, we're on the